but you can have a seat. We're going to do some maths, we're going to do some SEA maths. This will really help parents preparing their students for exams July the 1st. But yeah, they just have what, a couple more weeks, and then we're going to be partying with the sea, diving and see. So yeah, just touch down here and organize up this thing. This program was fighting me, but I'm ready to go now. How much of you all here seen 16 people live? Anybody here planning on doing SCA and thing? Type wise in the chat if you're here and you know you're gonna be fighting up with the wait now. Nazi say good morning. Yes, Nazi, you're so accustomed to saying good morning, man. So I have some students here from my SCA class. We down to the last 2 weeks, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. I have some students here from my CSEC class. Don't know what they're doing here, they come to show off. I hope I can answer these questions that these SCA students have to face. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do some mean, MEAN, or statistics on the whole. And we're going to do 11 years of past papers where we have a mean pop up. We're going to do that. So let me just get a little smaller here. What else, like? Just wait a little couple seconds for people to fall in and they could probably take a little picture of the question and post it in social media and let people know. Mr. Springer Live doing some SEA. If you all want me to do some more of this, let me see. Let me see some interaction. So close up the chat and press like on the video. So this is SEA Maths. This is for primary school students level exam that's coming up in Trinidad. So SEA Maths, right? So it's going to be really useful in their revision. Even if you feel like you know this already, this will help in consolidation, just bringing everything together. So I don't want to talk too much. I want to start as soon as I can start. I'm seeing 67 people here on the live. I'm seeing a CXC student saying, I don't feel like able these questions. Yeah, why am I here when I have CXC to worry about? All right, so type Y and press enter if you are SEA student or SEA parent. Let me know if you're in the SEA, you're invested in SEA right now. Let me see how many SEA people we have. So type Y in the chat, Y is for yes. And put it, or type fire. Let me see the fire emoji if you could. So yeah, I'm seeing people, man. I'm seeing people out here. So let's get the show on the road. Jeff is playing a game in which he scores points by and my class would have done a lot, if not all of these questions already sometime during the last few weeks. So if you're from my class and you're here and you're like, yeah, we're doing past papers on YouTube. The original questions in class. Big up to my biggest fan. Big up to our next soldier. Jeff is playing a game in which he scores points by spinning a pinwheel similar to the one shown below. It's possible to score 1, 2, 3, or 4 points. So yeah, just spin this thing and score 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Okay, what next? Just spin the pinwheel 20 times and record its scores in the tally chart below. The tally chart is incomplete, so I guess you have to finish it up. Well, this is free to max. If you see something like this come, I hope you will damage it, mash it up. Those of you all from my class, you'll get to share the video in the class group and let them know that we are live. So 2 marks. Yum, 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 yum. So completely tally chart. Let me make sure to get this thing wrong. But so what we doing out here? This is the amount of points scored. This is the amount of times he did that. No, this is the point score. Yeah, this is the tally, the amount of point times he did that. So this number and this number have to match. And this is multiplying. 1 by 1 is 1. 2 by something is 14. 3 by 3, y'all catch it, is 9. So it's like, y'all understand what's going on in this chat? Type Y in the chat if you understand what's going on in this chat. So this will help any primary school student. So I feel like I could put a double dash there and a 2 there. And I feel in 9 by 4-ish. 9 by 4-ish is 36, great. So to put 9, I'll do dash, 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 dash. That's 5. 2, 3, 4. 4. So that's 9. So Tell me if you feel again, them 2 marks is in all. You feel them 2 marks safe? Type safe if you feel the 2 marks safe. 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 So that's our tally. That's our total points. They could well leave out a little point and thing here for we to get a little multiplication out of the way. Right? Rate out of 10, how much you understand this? Out of 10? 10 out of 10? How much you feel you understand this? Now keep in mind, this is for like 10-year-olds. Just need to say, because I have viewers on my channel from all over the world, 11-year-olds, 11-year-old type maths. Nice. So I've seen some good numbers there. Ten out of 10. Okay. So let's keep rolling. Question continued on the next page. Okay, what is the modal score? Modal point scored. So what's the modal point? Yeah, what's the modal point scored? The modal point scored is what? That's a question I'm waiting for the chat itself to answer. What is the modal points scored? Watch it carefully. What's the modal point score? Right, so the answer is actually not 9. Seeing, I don't know if this is 9 for that. The answer is not 9. The answer is 4. Now, some of you are answering like if you're living in the past, meaning you start the stream later and they're actually showing you from the top of the stream. Refresh the stream, and come into the top of the stream. So the modal point score is 4. Great. And how many points did Jeff score for the 20 spins? How many points he scored for the 20 spins? So this is not the modal. This is how much of the mode we had. The modal point score is 4. Now the next question is asking us the total point score for all the 20 spins. Well, let me answer that as well pointed out there. So what's the total points in all the spins altogether? Now this number here should add up to 20 to mean 20 spins. Hey, is this a mistake? This isn't 4. This isn't 2. Hey, what's going on here? Can you see that? This should be 7. Anybody point that out? Let me scroll up and see. Yes, Emily did. Big up yourself, Emily. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know if something was in my eye or something, but I saw 4. So this is 7. So this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 times 2 is 14. And now when I'm adding up this is 10 and this is 10. So I know that he did 20 spins and all. But that's not what the question is asking. The question is asking the total points scored. What is the total points scored? Now I'm seeing somebody saying, can you explain that over again? Right, so if you need me to explain anything over again, you just watch over the video at the start. Now if you have a specific question like how did I get the 7 or how did I get the 9 or what these strokes mean, you could feel free to ask those questions and I could be able to answer you more directly. Something you need to learn from a very early age in maths is to ask specific questions. In fact, I like to tell students at that young age, try not to get any habit. You know, your parents is telling you, they're afraid. Don't be afraid to ask it to go it over again. And don't be afraid to don't do that. Don't ask the teacher to repeat it again. Try and follow as you're going through. And if you have a problem, ask the teacher specifically about the problem. Ask them, what does that X mean? What does that 2 above the X stand for? Why is this like this? Why is there a negative sign there? Ask a question where you went wrong. Ask specific questions in that. If you just put that approach into life, where maths is concerned, you see a massive change. Okay, so 6 and 4 is 10, and this makes 10 as well. And then we have another 10 here and 3 more 10s there. So in all, I have 6 10s. So 60 is this. And I'm seeing everybody has that answer. Happy birthday to all the moderators, boy. Big up yourself, Jamish. Luke, Kiara, Shemaya, Shivani, Ariana, Kessa, Javi, Sierra. Everybody got that all correct. So let's see what's next. Calculate the mean number of points Jeff scored for the 20 spins. So this is where everything is coming together now. So let's just recap this really fast. Yeah, so this isn't 2 here. I don't know why I had 2 there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 7. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. And we found that there are 20 spins and all, and that all the points added up together was 60 points. So if you want to find the mean, what's there? What the mean number of points Jeff scored for each of the 20 spins, well, then you have something simple to do, and the answer is popping out there. Here comes Shemaya Williams. Now, I just use the name you have on your YouTube here. So if you have a different name, well, use the account I have your name for. Aaron, Giovanni, Jesse, Giovanni, Elijah. All of you are saying the correct thing. So this is the total points. This is how many spins. So the mean is going to be that total points, the sum of the total points, and that symbol means sum, but I wouldn't use that symbol because this is SEA, the sum of the total points divided by the frequency. So it's 60 divided by 20, bang, 60 divided by, hold up, why are we getting 15? Let me see. Calculate the mean number of points Jeff scored for the 20 spins. Yes, a lot of people say 50. Why are we saying 50? So let me see what they do. They divide 60 divided by 4. What is this question really asking us? Is this question asking us the mean for each spin, for each point? For each point, because that's what like you all are giving me here, the mean for each grouping of the points. Or is this question asking us the mean for each of the 20 spins? Like how much points is he averaging per spin? Think about it. Let's see how they phrase it again. Calculate the mean number of points Jeff scored for the 20 spins. So this means for each spin, for each spin, how much points is Jeff averaging? Calculate the mean number of points Jeff scored for the 20 spins. So I want to put forward to you today here that the answer isn't 15, but the answer might be 3. For every spin, he's averaging 3 points. His mean is 3 points per spin. Calculate the mean number of points Jeff scored for the 20 spins. So each spin, 3. What? Y'all agree with me on that? Now, I want y'all to notice here that the majority of the chat, if not all of the chat, got that wrong. And this is a case that comes in C-Sec maths a lot. So we see something like this popping up in C-Sec maths in a topic called statistics. This is statistics. And it's something you need to look out for, where you need to find the sum of all the points or the sum of all the money or the score or whatever, and you also need to find the sum of all the frequency and then do a division between the two of them, not just the 4. Understand? All right, rate out of 10 how much you understand this. Rate out of 10 how much you understand this. Now let's look at the year this came from. This is 2010, number 46. Very, very nice question. All right, so that brings us to the end of this question. And let's move into number 2. Speedy, we're going on. The points scored by Sam for 5 games are given in the table below. So we have a next kind of game and point system running again. This was in 2011 and it's number 46 as well. What is the modal number of points scored? So what's the modal number of points scored? Once again, a little trappy. Make sure you write the correct thing. What's the modal number of points scored in this case? These modal questions is the easiest and hardest question. It's the easiest one and the easiest question in paper. It's something you just write immediately. So here are 5 games, and we want the modal number of points scored. Most people saying that they understand it at about an 8 level. The last question. And people are saying that we are seeing some people in the chat like Isaiah saying 55, and I've seen some people like Sierra saying 34. Now, why is Sierra saying 34? Why is Isaiah saying 55? Let's investigate. Isaiah is saying 55 because he is seeing that this is the highest score. But is it really? But is it the modal score? The modal score doesn't necessarily mean the highest score. The modal, what is 2 words you can use to identify modal? Most frequent. So Naveen is saying 34, and he wants to make sure that I get across that it's Naveen saying 34. And that's correct. This is the highest score, but it's not the modal score. The modal score is 34 because it repeated itself twice. Please do not fall. I want all 91 of us here today. Okay, close the chat, press a like, and you can open back out the chat. All 91 of us here today, do not fall victim to this in your paper. The modal is the most frequent, the one that is repeated the most, not necessarily the biggest number. Right? So they're talking about the modal number of points scored. Okay, calculate the mean number of points scored for the game, for a game. Have a way they could phrase this so that you could have to pick 55 as the answer, but I don't think I see on that. Calculate the mean number of points scored for a game. So this row here stands for number of points. So if I'm looking for the modal number of points, I need to look for the one that repeats itself twice. So your answer is safe with 34. So not 55, 34. Calculate the mean number of points scored for a game. Well, add up all and divide by. Add up all and divide by 5. So we have 34, we have 29, we have 43, we have 34 again, we have 55. And I could say 34 and 30. Let's just do it out. So we have 9, we have 9. 9 and 9 is 18. And 3 sends us to 21, and the 4 sends us to 25. So I have a 5 here, I have a 2 there. I have a 5 there, I have another 5 making up there, so that's 10, and I'm seeing 19, I'm seeing 195. Anybody get 195 when they add up all of this? Oh yes, Father. So when you have the 195 and we divide it by 5, you can either set them up like this and do a breakdown, or you could probably just go 5 into it one time, get 3 remainder 4, and 5 into that 39. So you get calculate mean number of points scored per game. The mean is 39 points. The mean number of points scored is 39. If they wanted you to pick 55, they'd say highest points scored. Modal means most repeated, most frequent. It talks about the frequency of getting that same number. So the number of points scored, this is the number of points scored. So as the modal number of points scored, the one that appeared the most. Okay. And his mean score for 6 games was 42. Calculate his score on the game 6. So this is the most common trope or common theme for SCA. Most common. Very likely on the 1st of July, you're going to get a question like that part C. And you need to be ready for them. Right? His mean score for 6 games was 42. Now, let's just, there's a few ways that students approach this. And whichever way is comfortable for you, you do. So we're trying to figure out what to put here. Now we are aware that the mean from before is 39, and the total from before is what is it? 195, right? So I'm seeing the answer, people saying 57. Few ways to do it. We are aware now that the new mean is 42. So our new mean is equal to 42. So what's the new total? New total will be equal to 42 times 6. Verify that you get 252. All right? Agreed? Now you understand what I say about new total? If I add up all of these, I'm getting 252. 252. And I got this number because the average in all those games is 42. So the total after would be the mean by the number of games. This is a common thing for SCA, common thing. To get your total, you multiply by the mean by the frequency. You'll see it happen again. You'll see it happen again today. Stay tuned. So what does this mean for us? This means to find the score in the 6th game. All we need to do, this is the total for 6 games, and this is the total for, that's the total for 5 games. When we subtract the two together, we get 57 points. So this is how much he scored in that final game. That makes sense? This is the mean. We multiply the mean by the frequency. We get that. So we have the total after 6 games. We subtract the total after 5 games. We get how much was scored in the 6th game. All right, rate how much you understand this technique out of 10. We are about to cross the 100. Can we cross 100 people viewing here? Okay, we did. We are on to 2012 now, and we're going to go all the way up to 2021. All right, let's see. This is a good little sweat for you all. 2012 was a little simple thing. The mean of 20 and 10 is the same as the mean of 16 and you don't understand it. 225. There was no 225. This is 252. All right. So we're coming up to some more questions like it, Emily. We'll see. But I've seen a lot of 10 out of 10. So let's keep rolling. The mean of 20 and 10. So in my mind, this is how I used to think of this. Like 20 and 10, exactly in the middle is 15. So if I come down really close, 16, and I want to be in the middle, still 15. Well, I went 1 up this way. You're thinking like this, so I need to go 1 down this way, and I end up with 14. 14. That's the same kind of thinking y'all do to just figure out this quickly. I mean, you could go ahead and think 20 and 10 is 30, and then 16 take away 30. Who did that method? 16 take away 30 is 14. That's another way you could think of it. But like you can balance out the mean in your mind and see that 14 coming up. So we're not really working with that time here. We're working with what it is, Tuesday, and a curfew, right? We're working with what time we finish this one, yeah. Whatever time we finish. The heights of groups, hey, we crossed the 100. The heights of groups of students in standard 1 are given in the table below. So this is the heights. They're going to ask you the modal again. What is the modal height? Now, nobody here get catch. I want every man jack in the chat to state what the modal height is. Do not get catch. Again, what is the modal height? Everybody. There's a little delay in the chat with the software that I'm using. So like I will say everybody, and then I just sit down and wait here for that voice to hit on you. You know, I type it, and then all right, I've seen a lot of it actually. Who was first, buddy? Who was ready first here, buddy? Who was the first person? Sierra. Wow. Well done. Emily. Names. Lots of girls got it out. So nobody said the wrong thing. In fact, this man put what it's not. Well then, that's it. So although we're seeing that 86 is probably the highest score, the modal height is 64 because it appeared more than once. In this case, it appeared the most time. Because another one can appear more than once too. But whoever came out the most overall, so the most frequent is 64. Why type Y in the chat if you understand that? Now we are tasked with calculating the mean height. So the mean, add up, all divide, and I mean I left the group. What is the mean height after that? So more add up and divide. Wait, have another way. The mean height here would be the 75 plus the 64 plus the 84 plus the 86 plus the 47 plus the 64. Woo! 2 years from now, y'all will. 3 years from now, y'all will be like Form 3. And then you'll be able to use calculator and just ignore all these addition things. But for now, we had a fight. We had to fight this fight. So this is 9 and 10 make 19. So this is 26. And boom, we end up with 30 here. That's looking good. So this is 10. 10 and that's 16. And if we had an 8, that's 24. And another 8, that's 32. Add a 4. Add a 10, that's 420. Is that how much you all got? When you all add it up and divide? When you all add it up, sorry? 420. So some tips for those of you all in the addition game. Now there are some students in primary school like arithmetic, mind-blowing. There are some students age 10 and 11 can add faster than me by far. Like, you know, they're really quick in the addition. But if you're not that person, you may want to look for like things that can, like 4 and 6, 7 and 3, you know, 1 and 9. You really want to build up your speed in this. That's one of the tips we use, techniques we use, and you may be familiar with it. Your teacher may have told you about that. And then you have 420 divided by 6 now. 6 can go into 4. So that's like a 0 goes there, or you can just leave it out. But 6 can go into 42 7 times, bring down the 0. So the answer is 70 is the mean. Now, Amina left the group. What is the mean height of the new group? So if Amina bust out, what's going to happen? Amina bust out. I have a few ways to think of it. I have 2 ways to think of this actually. One, which I think is what everybody is going to do. Amina outside, so I'm just working in red. So if Amina leaves, we need to get rid of her height. If we get rid of her Amina's height, how much we'll end up with? Who did it this method? Minus she scored from the before. This man right me out here. Yeah, so if we subtract this, if we subtracted 80 instead, in my mind, I would end up with what, 340. So it's not 1875, so maybe 345 is the best answer here. Or you could go ahead and, you know, borrow and all that kind of thing. But I'm not feeling to borrow. I feel to use a little fancy thing there. So 345, and then we're going to say 345 divided by what, 5? 345, why are we dividing by 5? Because there's now 5 people, right? 345 divided by 5. 5 can go into the 5 can go into That's 6 times. 34 6 times. Can't go into 3. Can't go into 3, so it will go into 34 6 times, remainder 4. And 5 will go into 45 9 times. So the mean height is 69 centimeters. Centimeters and centimeters. All right. Rate how much you understand this other 10. Oh, numbers going up. You all press like on the video. So this video is being brought to you by Sesame Street. This video is being brought to you by the Student Hub, and the Student Hub is a place that offers lessons in SEA, CSEC, and KEEP, all online lessons, and law school. So those of you who are going into formal, if you feel like you are in head start in the maths and thing, organize yourself, and all you have to do is WhatsApp this number. Well, everybody here should be from Trinidad, so I don't really need to put this first part. This just means area code Trinidad. 790-8813, and you can join this class. The class costs $200 TT per month. Whether you are in standard 4 and you want to join our SEA class, we are the best. We are the best online school in the market. So the SEA class operates a little differently in that the number of students in that class is limited, although we kind of cross the limit this exam season. So many people want to take any class. So make sure and register early for the SEA class. We have a limit to that number that we can go up to. Okay, sponsored by Quicks. So when you're getting sponsored by Quicks, it's coming. And you will see eventually Quicks will sponsor me. Right, so there's another way to do this with subtracting six. Let's just do it this way. To do it that way, I need to find how much he varies from the mean square thing. Is it fast now? I didn't prepare this. I didn't prepare anything actually, but I didn't check over this one. So, but there's another way to do it that we used to do. I guess when anybody do the other way. Cookies were packaged in 3 bags as shown below. What is the mean number of cookies in the bag? This is free max. Everybody here throw out your answer really quick on that. Help out your answer. Joshua is your friend. Hey, let me bring their real name now. Big up yourself, Joshua. Joshua, no spamming any people in them chat boy. What's going on with you? What is the mean number of cookies in the bag? Cookies, okay. So 15, 8, 10. You want number a little over 10. 11. 11 sound good? 11 sound good. 11 sound good. 11 sound good? 11 sound good. So when you add up all of this, what do we get? 15 plus 10 plus 8 is 25 and 8. You get 33. And there are 3 bags. So 33 divided by 3 equal 11 cookies. Not bad. And we have cookies in a bag. Anyhow, moving along. So we are in 2015. The following incomplete table shows the number of standard 4 pupils in a school who qualified for the mental mathematics competition. Anyone here ever went to a mental maths competition? 4G. Anybody school had these kind of letters? J, K, L, M, N? My primary school as well, right? I think it was the E. Nah, they used to literally call it the A class and the B class and the C class and things like that. My secondary school, I went to Presentation College, Chicago, had J and P. 1P and 1J. Anyhow, you went on your one, big up yourself. Yeah, in primary school. I could expect that, Speedy. I can expect that. We have real people out here from competition. Big up. The O class. Yes, this one class named O. 4G. Alright, so this is the number of people from each class that qualified. They didn't tell us how many people came out from before. Okay. I want to say now, if you're seeing it blurry, it's a you problem. And let me tell you how to fix that problem. So like if you're seeing it blurry, you need to find the settings. It's a gearbox, it's a gear icon, I think. No, it used to be 3 dots. It's a gear icon, I believe. And you need to just increase the resolution on your end. So let's see what they want us to do. The mean number of students who qualified for standard 4 is 19. How many students qualified from standard 4K? So they want us to figure out this if the mean is 19. And I tell you, this is the most common thing. All right. So the mean number of students who qualified is 19. So your average, your mean is 19. Now, how many classes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 classes. So what's the total? The total is the mean times the frequency, right? Which is 5 times 19. Not something is multiplied every day. 5 times 19 is how much, class? Well, in my mind, I'm thinking like 5 by 20 is 100. 19 is 1 short. So I'm not going to say 99. I was multiplying by 5. So I'll actually say 95. 95 sounds like it making sense. 5 by 19 is 95. And what next? Well, to find the missing, remember all of this need to add up to be 95. To find the missing, I just need to subtract. So I need to find what is the sum of 17, 18, 17, and 21. So 8 and 8 is 16. 16 and 7 is 23. And now 2 and 2 is 4. And then 3 is 73. We ended up on 73 when we add up this. You all get that as well? Ooh, I've seen people answering questions from way back. When you all reach up to here, people, to make sure that you're on the cutting edge of the live and you're hearing me as live as possible, refresh the stream or drag the arrow thing straight down to the end. Right? Right, so I just make sure I add this properly. 8 and 8 is 16, 16 and 7. So when I'm seeing something like 16 plus 7, I'm seeing like, what am I? 8 and 8 is 16, 16 plus 7. Where are we going with that? I'm seeing like the 4 from the 7 goes to there to make the 20. And then it has 3 remaining to come on like the 23. So that's how I add 6 and 7 in my mind. Another way is I see 6 and 6 is 12, and 6 and 7, 13. However you're thinking of it. And then I bring up the 2, 4, 6, 4, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. You lost them out on dots there. So we have 73 and now I'm seeing a lot of the answers. So 4K, number of pupils from 4K. Let me just write 4K. You know that I mean number of pupils from that's that K, the K group, right? It'll be 95, subtract the 73. And it's really close to 100. And you know when in the 70s, in the 20s, and like 5 from 3 is 2, so it's 22. 22 pupils. Why isn't the chat if you completely understand everything so far? We're in 2016 people, we reach halfway. Yay! After 4 innings of a cricket match, bravo. Bravo actually in any SCA paper here. I'll get bravo permission to pay my SCA paper. Bravo's mean score was 70. After the 5th inning, his mean score was increased to 72. And cricket is something that has a lot of statistics in it. Cricket is something that has a lot of statistics in it. You have all kind of different statistics in almost all sports. So what was the score in the 5th inning? So they didn't really tell you much here, but they told us just enough. We don't know what he really scored in the 4 innings. We just know that after 4 innings, he hit in them 70. That's really good. He would wish he wished he was doing this kind of average. So he was doing averaging 70 per match. And if you multiply that by 4, we get the total, right? So after, you see how we like to get the total with these statistics and mean question? You're realizing that total is friends. Total is with friends. So after 4 matches, he had 70 times 4 runs total. Right? Is that 280? 4 sevens, 280 runs total. After 4 innings or 4 whatever, so this, wait. 4 innings of a cricket match. How much innings is really having a cricket match? Anybody's playing cricket here? 4 innings of a cricket match. Who made this question? In a test. It's her 5 days. Okay, anyhow, whatever. Like I forget what really going on in cricket. Anyhow, Bravo mean score was 70. So after these 4 innings, he did 70 times 4. He had 280 runs. But then after 5 matches, he did 72 times 5. You all understand where we get the 72 from? That's the new mean. It's going up. 72 times 5. 72 times 5. And it's 5 matches now, not the 4. That's 10. 5 7 is 35. Hopefully my math saved me here, and it's 360. 360 runs. So after 5 innings, you have 360 runs. So one of your your partner, your riding partner in these mean question is finding the total. And we find the total by multiplying the number of matches, the number of whatever frequency, groups, whatever, by the mean score. See, we do that real plenty times today already, right? And then it's really easy to find the missing link. So what's the missing score? And I've seen everybody putting it here. So in the 5th innings, well, it's 5th innings now. 5th innings, he scored 360 minus 280. This is really close to 80, so it's like 20 short, so that's 80 runs. So he scored a little above average here, so he kind of pulled up his mean a little bit. Once again, there's a way to figure this out without doing it like this, but I just want to tell you all this nice safe method. Okay, so what I need you all to do now is close the live chat. It's really easy to press to close the live chat, press like on the video, and bring back up the live chat, and let's go on into the next question. Stay with me, people. We're grinding here this evening. The table below shows the marks obtained by 2 students in 5 subjects. Okay. Oh, Yvette and Barry. Look them here. Yvette and Barry, and maths, language, art, music, art, social studies. You always do these subjects in school. And here we have all of Yvette's score, and once again they're going and leave out Barry's score. But good thing here, people. We know how to subtract and add up and things, so you can find a missing score. We all know how to work out the report card, right? And now we can add up all the score and get Yvette. So we need to calculate the mean mark obtained by Yvette. No problem. No problem. Add up this solely here. I'm seeing that I'm getting a 10, because 5 and 5 is 10. So let's bring that 1 there now. That's 3 sevens. If I put that there, that's a 7 there. So that's 21. That's 29. And that 5 makes us 34. Check over that for me. I just doing things out here. I don't know. So 340. I just doing things out here. I don't know. That's a math teacher. Calculate the mean mark obtained by Yvette. 340 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subjects. 340 divided by 5. I feel like we do a division similar to this already. 340 divided by 5. 5 could go into that how much time? What do you all get? Oh, Shivan spamming. Shivan take a time out there, brother. So if you can't see the question properly and it's blurry, it's on your end. You just need to increase the resolution. I coming across here 1080p. So let's check over and make sure I add up this properly. So 5 and 5 is, and one thing you like to do in essay is check over. It is a placement exam, so you have to check over. It's not like it's a school exam. You make a couple of mistakes here, you know that you know. You need to check over because you can make mistakes. 5 and 5 is 10. So I put the 0 there, I put the 1 there. I have 8 and 6 and 7. Verify that when you add up that, you get 21. 21 and 8 is 29 and 5 is 34. So that looks really good to me. 340. 340 divided by 5, 5 into 34, 6. 45 into 48. So 68 is the mean mark. How many marks did Barry score in music? Well, we need a little subtraction game here. So we have the 240 and we need to add up the rest. The rest of points that he got, or marks. This is 10 and this is 9. So this is 19. And this is 10. And this and the 2 make 3 and that make 10. So 10 and 10, 20. So 209. So he got, wow, this man, how he gets so low in music, why? Licks. So this is, you only get 31 marks in music. What do you think about that? What's the lowest mark I'll ever get in school? 31. Jeez, I mean, oh gosh, he scored 25 in social studies. Barry, what are you doing out here in your life, boy? Yeah, so when you're reaching secondary school, see second thing, then I can make your mods in the channel. Right now, we don't really hit the SC students the mods yet. Okay, so let's keep going. A mean of 55 is required to get a grade C. How many more marks did Barry need in order to get a grade C? I love this question. Same kind of total business. So if he get 55 as the mean, as the average, he get grade C. How many more marks he need? What we need to do? What is the thing we need to do? Find the, say it in the chat, find the, so we already had that this is 68. We already had that his total is marks he needed to get was 31. So you need to find, people say the whole, I wouldn't say find the whole, find the total. It's better to do it total. So find the whole, find the total in this case, right? So with statistics, it's better to use fractions, you can say find the whole. Statistics, you want to find the total, the new total, and we get in this new total. How we get in this new total earlier? We get in this new total by multiplying the mean, once again, by the number of subjects, 5 subjects, right? Tell me how much you get when you multiply that. Is that what you got? 275? No, it can be 209, 275, right? 5 by 55. 5 by 50 is 250. Add the 25 extra and you get 5 by 5. So it's 275 is this total that you would want to get if you need that mean. But how much was this total for real? It was a measly 240. So how much more he need? So this, for the total for this is 275. He only has 240. So he needs 35 more marks. Rate out of 10, how much you understand everything we do here today? I'm not explaining at like a really fine level, I explaining more as a standard 5, kind of understand and ready-ish for exam level. Just cleaning up any little misconceptions. I'm not going down into like standard 3 explanation. So hopefully everybody's satisfied there. Let's cross the, oh, Yvette needed 20 more marks to get a grade B. By the way, some of you are probably new here, so you can feel free to subscribe. But you're not accustomed to hearing any noise that you're hearing right now. It's tough, but it's happening. That's a parrot. That's the name of parrot is making noise, right? Not anything other than the name of parrot. So Yvette needed 20 more marks to get a grade B. What is the least amount of marks needed to get a grade B? Let's go back and see. Hold on. This is just a subtraction question. 20 more marks to get a grade B. This is the least amount I want. How much marks she had? Work it out sometime. 340. So What is the least amount? We need 20 more marks to get a grade B. I find this question it's so trivial, kind of frightening. Okay, so she got 340 and she need 20 more marks. So the least amount of marks is 340 plus 20. We need at least 360 to get this grade B. Agreed? Okay. This is a repeat. This is a repeat. Repeated concept. We're starting to see repeating the concepts now. Year 2018, in 2018, now we're coming closer and closer to 2021. The mean of 6, 12, and 30 is the same as the mean of 15 and this one has 3 numbers. So what's the mean of 6, 12, and 30? Well, if we add up all of that, we will see that we're getting 30 and 18 make 48. And if we divide by, how I get the 18 by the way, I add the 6 and the 12, right? If I divide by 3, I'll get 1, 6, 16. So how do I get the mean? What number do I put here to get a mean of 16? And I see a lot of wrong answers in the chat there, boy. Sort out all yourself. Sort out all yourself. The mean of 6 and 12 and 30 is 16. So it is the same as the mean of 15 and what number? What? Why everybody saying 33? You know, this is the whole chat saying 33, right? Just a few couple people putting the right answer. I see like 2 persons put the right answer. The whole chat is saying 33. But 33 is not the right answer. What's going on here? What going on here? So the mean of 6, 12, and 30, we get that mean. The whole chat saying 33. The mean of 6, 12, and 30. What is the mean of 6, 12, and 30? I added them up. I get 48. I divide by 3. I get 16. People thinking I need to go back up to the 48 and think. It's 2 numbers this time. It's 2 numbers this time. What is the mean of 15 and some other number to get 16? Well, immediately I don't even need to work it out. The mean of 15 and 17 had to be the number in between them, 16. So it must be 17. Now, even if I couldn't figure it out that way, I need to understand that I want a mean of 16 with 2 numbers. So I need 16 times 2, just 32. 32 minus 15 is 17. You all understand why it's not 33? Look at mine when I get a question wrong. Look, so 17. Rain start to fall on you. I hope I didn't hear it too loud. I hope the internet can do things. Arnold's mean mark is 4 tests. In 4 tests is 73. This is 2090. Good now. There's a few more questions to go on. Arnold's mean mark in 4 tests is 73. He wants to increase his mean mark by 5. How many marks must he score in the 5th test? He wants to increase his mean by 5. I've seen a little too much spamming from Claudette. Easy, Claudette, easy. Now, anytime I deal with SCA, I feel like young people, you know, when you type in, you type and wow, it came out. When I type here, it came out on the screen. I wonder what will happen if I type over and over and over and over. There comes a time in your life where you have to leave that for younger children, okay? No spamming. Alright, so Anna's mean in 4 tests is 73. He wants to increase his mean by 5 marks. So he wants this to go up to 78. How many more marks must he score in the 5th test? Okay, let's do the long one. So his mean in 4 tests is 73. It means he has 4 times 73. The total, 12, 4 by 7. So this is how much his total is. 28 plus 1, 29. How much would be his total now if we're using this? It would be 78 times 4. Now, why is it 78? Because I added 5, right? You want to increase it by that. So it's 78 times 4. Well, not times 4. Times 5. It's 5 tests now. 5th test. 78 times 5. 390. Wow. Really, you nearly can't do it because this is 390, this is 392. If this was like 393, it would have been impossible for him to do that. All right, so 390, it means the 5th test, when we add the 5th test, it must send its score from 292 all the way up to 390. So how many marks must he score in this test? When you subtract the two of them, I'll leave that up to you all. When you subtract the two of them, just verify that your answer is going to be 98 marks. What you really need to understand here to crack these questions as a standard 5 student is that you're multiplying the mean by the frequency. Mean by the frequency. How many times have we done that today? We've done that like at least 7 times today. And we have more to come, for sure, for sure. Okay. The bar graph shows the number of runs scored by a school in a cricket competition with 4 innings. Let's see if I can show the other way. Is there a faster way that I can show really quickly here? We're going to increase his mean by 5 marks. This 5 by 5, 25. Right, so there'll be 5 tests. There'll be 5 tests. And it increases mean by 5 marks. So it means he must add on 5 times 5 to the mean. So 5 by 5, this is just a shortcut way if some people want to check it out. It's 25. So you take this 25 and you add it to the 73 and you'll get 98. Right? You can think about that method and see. Anybody understand what I said? Type Y in the chat if you understand that method. But by far the method that most students, and I would advise you to use, is this. Okay. Let's go. So this is some bar chart. Here we come back with these innings again. The mean number of runs scored. Ooh, this is looking a little interesting. Let me snap this and see if we can do this. The mean number of runs scored before the 4th inning was 5 less than the mean number of runs scored after the 4th inning. How many runs were scored in the 4th inning? I've never seen this question. Or maybe if I see it, I forget it, because I feel like I do all SEA questions in the last 10, 15 years. The mean number of runs scored before the 4th innings. So, right here, so the mean number of runs scored here before the 4th innings, meaning up to the 3rd innings, is 5 less than the mean number of runs scored after the 4th innings. So once it's a little slimmy, they're trying to sneak in on your head to figure out this question. Why is it chat if you feel you can figure out this question? One why per person. If you feel you can figure out this question. Mean number of runs scored before the 4th innings. So before you put on the 4th innings, his mean, we could find that. How we finding that money? It's kind of easy to see, we can do a little statistics trick. You went 2 down this way from this, and you went 2 up this way from this to get to here. So the mean is really 16. Tell me if I see what I'm saying here. The mean is 60. Or you can look it out. You add up your 80, your 60, and your 40. Because this is 80, this is 40, and this is 60. And you get 180. And you divide by the 3 innings, and you get 60 runs, right? Which is what we got up here as well. So the mean is 60. But keep paying attention. That was before the 4th innings. After the 4th innings, it gone up by 5 because it was 5 less before, and then it gone up by 5 now, right? So don't get tired and you take into subtract, you need to add. So the mean number of runs scored before the 4th innings was 5 less than the mean number of runs scored after you put down the 4th innings. How many runs you scored in the 4th innings? So, well, it means that the new mean is equal to 65. So the number of runs scored then has to be 80. Because you went up by 5, and there are 4 innings, so 5 by 4 is 20, 20 and that. The same method I showed you before. But let's do it the way that you would do it in the exam. So the new mean is 65 runs. Why isn't it chat if you agree with that? Alright, like put Chris on a little time out there, boy. Chris, sir! Hold that time out. So how you do this? The new mean is 65 runs. So the new total is 65 times 4. Agreed? 65 come up somewhere there. So the new thing is 65 times 4. Multiply that and verify that you get 260. 4 5s are 20. Right here, 260. So this is the new total. Remember what the old total was, eh? The old total was 180. The new total is 260. So we can subtract to see the difference between the two of them to find out how much you need to put down in the 4th innings. So in the 4th innings, it means he actually hit the 180 they were away. Because when you subtract 260 minus 180, you get 80 runs. So 80 is the answer. Another way you can figure it out is the mean went up by 5. So if the mean went up by 5, it means he scored an additional 5 times the number 4 innings. 5 times 4, 20. 20 and the old mean. 20 plus 60 is 80. How you all feeling about this? And you feel like you're ready for mean on the 1st of July? You want some more of these videos, or you want me to just do CSEC videos and your brother and sister will be on the channel? The mean of 6 numbers was 7, and the other numbers added, and the new mean was 9. What was the number added? Once again, the mean was 7, the new mean is 9, the difference between it is 2. So if we say 2 by 7, 14, and add that to the old mean, we get a new number. So we suppose that is 21. Let's do the long way. The mean of 6 numbers is 7. So let's get the total. 6 times 7 is 42 all day, every day. Another number was added and the new mean was 9. So 7 times 9, 63 all day. This is the new total. This is the old total. So to find the 7th score, or the missing score, is the 63 minus the 42, which is equal to the 21. Some people just want to pass for the first choice. Someone said, please, can you call me on Discord after class? Bro, after class, I busting it by CSEC, when we struggling, but SEA. Excuse me. Let the SEA students get a chance, please. SEA is 1 week away, so SEA, Shiva, and the green profile picture is imposter. Bro, they YouTubing. There's not a Zoom class and they YouTubing. You see now for 21 all over the place. Yeah, man. Again, true for that. Okay, so let's go to the next question now. Number 13, this is 2021 specimen paper. 2021 specimen paper again, and anything. So we just have 2 questions to go. 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 Alright, so 2 questions, and this is very specimen paper. We just did a 2020 day, so we're doing a 2021. Jay's Auto sold 5 different types of vehicles. The table below shows the number of vehicles sold by Jay's Auto during May. Okay, we look at. So the owner of Jay's Auto wanted the mean number of vehicles. I remember this question from the specimen paper. This question had a little kind of game, but we get it. Because like in Trinidad, when you say vehicles, I don't know, somehow we don't get the vibe like trucks, I think. So some students was, but vehicle is everything, right? How many sports cars should he have sold in May to increase the mean number of vehicles sold to 20? The mean number of types of vehicles sold to 20, and that's the next problem I had with this question. But thank the Lord, it was a specimen. It was a specimen. Alright, so the owner of Jay's Auto wanted the mean number of vehicles sold in May to be greater. How many sports cars should he have sold? So what we're really looking at, we're trying to make this mean, each one here doing a performance number. And he want the mean for each type of vehicle, so there should be a type thing here, because it's type of vehicle. So that's what I think the question wants. That's the only thing that's making sense. So the type of vehicle to be 20. But right now the mean is not 20. We need to actually work out what the mean is. To do that, we add up all of that. So we have the 30, the 20, that's 50, and 10 is 60. 25, what is that? 85, and 5 is 90. Are we getting 90 here? Let's verify. So you get a 0, you get a 1. And this is 6, and this is 9, 90. So 90 is how many cars sold in May, and we need to divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we divide 90 by 5, we get 19. Why isn't it chat if you elaborate more? When we divide 90 by 5, we get 19. But we want to get this up. When we divide 90 by 5, what you get? Oops, you get 80. Oops. Right, so that equals mistake. Oh no, I make a typo mistake before. Alright, so 5 could go into 9 one time, 5 could go into 48 times 80. Now just to make sure you're paying attention. So 5 could go into 48 times, so 8 is the mean. There's a problem though. We want the mean to be 20. We wanted to see 20 times. We really didn't need to look at that mean number. Anyhow, we want to see 20 times 5 giving us 100. So how much more sports cars we really need? Well, we needed to go from 90 all the way up to 100. So we actually need how many more sports cars? And the answer was placed a few times, but let me just make sure everybody's saying the same thing. Well, no. I only seen the answer once, no, twice. So the answer was placed a couple times. So how many more sports cars Big Man need to sell to bring that mean up? I've seen people doing a really strange thing. I need to talk to you all about that. I need to bring you all before the principal for that. And the parents point this out to them. Look what this child doing. Look what this child doing. Anybody ever had a conference here with you, your mother or your father, and the principal and your teacher? At a conference like that in primary school already. In primary school, I was the prefect for the class in standard 5 or standard 4. Standard 5, I think. Either at the beginning of standard 5 or the ending of standard 4. And them cheering was hard done. Them cheering was hard. Me too, but I kind of knew when to be hard and when not to be hard, and then making no. A time is gone out the class. And them just making one set of old noise. And I was the prefect, and in primary school, I don't know if I didn't know about this in this ever happening at the primary school, but we used to have to, like, as the prefect or the whoever, You used to write tokens on one corner of the board, tokens, and you're writing the list of tokens. But me no enemies. So I just write it in my book, tokens, this one, that one, that one, that one, that one, this one. When this come back and you hear how the class was giving everybody was giving hell because they was making noise, and more noise. The class next to them, the teacher started complaining, and as soon as she reached back, she and I was making noise, thing. So she come in mad. She said, come in, I said, miss, yeah, that was getting trouble. She know, she said she want to hear that. Everybody at the gate. I hear everybody talking, everybody line up. So that teacher, back in that day, she used to, I don't know, I never get lectures school. Back in my days, this was in 1999 or 2000. It used to beat by. So she had everybody lining up. And I cannot believe I had line with these miscreants going to get licks. And I still can't think as a student, I've given a little trouble here and there, but this time I'm innocent. I am innocent. And I started up at the ending of the line, and she started cut people tail in order. Whack, one sit down, and never whack. And I just watching the brutality of Alex coming down there and say, geez, this woman not in the mood today. I shall not be beaten today. And she reached me and I said, miss, you taking no licks? I didn't do nothing. I ain't not taking no licks. And she was like, cool, and everybody at the gate. I said, miss, you taking no licks. So she grabbed me and I wriggle also, and she grabbed me again and I pull away from her, and with my button and my shit burst and all kind of thing. And I don't know, my adrenaline was pumping. I run out the class, I run down the stairs, I run out the school, all kind of thing, and reach home and rock back. And as I reach home, I call my mother. I say, Mom, that woman trying to beat me for nothing, and I taking no licks. So she come in, and that's why I had the conference with my mother and the teacher and the principal. I talked to the same teacher the other day. She said she still had Alex waiting on me. But let me tell you something, right? After that incident, she never, at least in our class, she never beat anybody again. Because it had a whole big thing going on in the nation at that time. That's banning corporal punishment. That's a big thing going on, and you're not supposed to be children and thing. And it was kind of now about to be passed. So she could have ended up in trouble with the ministry and all kind of thing for cutting people children. Anyhow, and I was like the best student in the school at that time. So, and my mother was in the PTA. I don't know if she was the thing at the PTA or something. It was like we had anything against the teacher or anything. We had a good relationship. And the teacher was just not having a good day. But I was just not having a good day either. I was not on Alex state. So why are we here? Yes. So let me just finish on this question. So we add up all of this. And what we get? We get 90. But we're really supposed to get 100. So I think you need to sell 10 more cars, but I've seen people paying 15. I've seen people paying 15. By the way, I wasn't in trouble when I was in the principal office. It was school thing. So I was like, yes, so miss thing, and she just still told me she got a little depressed after that, to be honest. Like she was, like, because I feel like she felt like, I really fly off the handle there and this boy could have dead. Because I was young, I just run on the road, I'd run in the road, I'd run down the road and reach human thing. And if that story, I think they slip out into the papers or something, problems in the dance. Anyhow, so the answer is plus 10. How many sports cars should he have sold in meter increase the mean number of vehicles sold to 10? 20. So some people do that kind of 20 minus 5, 15 thing, and some other thing you're thinking about, like 10 plus 5, because they already have 5. No, you just need 10 more cars. That's it. And I didn't like how this question was phrased with the type of cars. I think it was confusing. So I didn't blame Molly for saying that too much. The average mass of 4 The average mass of the four solids A, B, C, and D shown below is 1.5 kilograms, and I sensing that they may bring a mean question similar to mass or something like that, or something with a diagram. If not, prepare for the total trick, right? The average mass of solids A and B is 1.6 kilograms. Let's look at this. So the average mass of these two is 1.6 kilograms. The mass of solid C, this guy, is 3 times the mass of solid B. So if a question comes like this, this will be in the last section of the paper. You know, the last section of the maths paper, the toughest of the toughest. And even if there's anybody from CSEC here, try and figure this one out, is a CSEC only question. Because in this little segment here, what they actually did was a kind of unequal sharing fraction ratio vibe. The mass of solid C is 3 times the mass of solid D. What is the mass of solid C and solid B in terms of grams? So we can prepare for the question. Even if you don't really fully understand how to get the answer, you can start to prepare things. Right? You can start to prepare things. Because the average mass of solid A and B is 1.6. So it means for all things considered, we can just think of this as 1.6 kilograms and this as 1.6 kilograms. So it's not, but the average is like that. 1.6 kilograms, 1.6 kilograms. We don't know what this is. We don't know what this is. But the average of all of them is 1.5. So in my mind, let me just tell you why I just thought of really quickly there. I see like this could be like 1.4 kilograms and this could be like 1.4 kilograms. It's not, It's not. But like now kind of make up an average right there. 1.4, 1.4, 1.6, 1.6. When you got the average of all of that, you get 1.5. But I kind of leading me to figure out what I should do. I should work out the total, 1.5 times 4. This is the mean, this is the frequency. And well, 2 times 1.5 is 3. So 4 by 1.5, hopefully that is 6. So 6.0 kilograms is the total. And I want to subtract this guy. I want to subtract A and B. You all feeling that? Get out of the way and we deal with C and D with the mass, the remaining mass. So let me go forward with that plan and see what's happening. Now keep in mind this is 1.6 and 1.6 together, that is 3.2. Add them up and see. When you subtract, we get 2.8. What does this mean? This means that the mass of C and D adds up to give me 2.8. This might be a question you need to come back and watch over what I said if you don't fully understand it. Like go and try it for yourself again, watch over, and then come back to the end of the video here and watch over. So 2.8 kilograms, bro. That's C and D. But C is 3 times the mass. So it come like this is 3 and this is 1. Come like a 3 to 1 by. What you normally do in the settings? What do you normally do when you have something like this? Number of parts. You parts them out. There's 4 parts in all. So it'd be like 4 parts is equal to 2.8, right? Because 3 plus 1 is 4. It's like you have 3 of this and 1 here. So in all you have 4 different segments, 4 parts. 1 part will be 2.8 divided by 4. Verify that that is 0.7. 0.7 kilograms. Now that means D is 0.7. We kind of done here. That means that this guy must be 0.7 kilograms. And this guy over here must be 3 times 0.7, which is 2.1 kilograms. Rate out of 10 how much you understand this. Oh, wait. Are we finished? So C is equal to 2.1 kilograms. I always have a habit of looking, when I feel like I get the answer, looking over the last line. So like when you get the answer, you look over the last line. I will show you all the box method just now. So the next video I do online live might be unequal sharing. Would be unequal sharing again, since people just keep requesting that time and time again. And this time I want to pay some attention to box method, showing you how to use the box method, especially in really complicated cases. This is not the final answer because they said in terms of grams. When I looked over this and I looked down here, I see in terms of grams, I'm like, nearly lost a mark. So they want us to put this in terms of grams, and that is a conversion that all SEA students must have off the bat. Right? There's 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So immediately, you could just shift around these zeros a little bit, 1, 2, 3, and then up with that amount of grams. You all understand that, right? Or 700 grams. Can you use algebra? Now you could use algebra. It's maths, so you could use whatever method once you explain it properly. But in SEA, they don't teach you all algebra. Right? They don't teach you all algebra. They expect you to use a kind of logical method to figure it out. Algebra is only added to the syllabus in Form 1. All right, and that brings us to the end of this video here on mean. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all come back and take a little review on anything that you didn't understand. I will put this in the Discord channel on all the mean questions. All the mean questions for this is all the mean questions in the last 10 years. All the mean questions, right? So you get either the type of mean that SEA brings, and what I have in class is that we did all these topics already, mean and culture. But I want to do some more as SEA is right around the corner. You all could follow me on @Springer on Instagram. The Discord link. If you go on, if you search, even if you don't have Instagram, you all see in the street. If you search @the_student hub on Google, you don't need to have an Instagram account. If you do, well, okay. And you bring it up. Here you will see the link. So you can just link through the student hub and get through. I'm actually going to post it in the chat. And you click Discord. There's the student hub website, we have Instagram, we have YouTube, we have WhatsApp. WhatsApp, you do WhatsApp to register, of course, right? All right, people, love and lessons. It was nice. It was nice. It was real nice. Let's close this.